Hello from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Today, PTP TV presents the Primetime Players as they take on South Carolina Upstate. The Red Hawks coming in at 0-3, taking on your undefeated Primetime Players. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here today, bringing you today's broadcast. Second meeting between these two teams. Primetime on the road, defeating SC Upstate 141-110. That was back on the 7th of March. So a couple weeks apart, these two teams meeting for the second time already this year. Starting lineups for the Red Hawks, it's number 7, Demetrius Blakely. Number 24 is Chuck McLaurin. Number 32, Landon Sarrazine. Number 33, Jarris White, and number 55, Marquez Sullivan. For your primetime players, it's number 2, Chris Moore. Number 4, Ricardo Glenn. Number 14, Lysander Bracey. Number 21, Odell Turner. And number 24 is Van Turner Jr. So settle in, everybody. This the second home game for the Primetime Players here in this 2021 season. No fans allowed, obviously, so y'all are stuck with me here this year, and glad to be with you as we get set to tip it up. It's Sarrazine and Glenn, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it looks like it'll be Primetime. Nope. SC Upstate will have possession first. So South Carolina Upstate Red Hawks looking for their first win of the year. Primetime Players, good start to the year for them, defeating SC Upstate, Gastonia, and also Carolina. Carolina game was their first home game of the season as Sarrazine is off with the jumper and Odell Turner collects on the rebound. Here's Chris Moore. So no Trevor Booker today for Primetime as Bracey fires a 3 off the back iron. Tipped rebound comes to Blakely for SC Upstate. He's pushing, goes behind the back. Nice dime to White, who scores the first bucket of the ball game. Pretty move there. In transition quickly, that's Odell Turner tying us right back up at 2 apiece. Just like that, the offense picks up here in the early going. 11:06 left to go, just underway here in quarter number 1. McLaurin, the runner, off the mark, offensive rebound. That was Blakely, I believe, underneath. McLaurin takes it left side, goes behind the back. It's a steal by Moore. So without Trevor Booker, we'll see who picks up the scoring. Chris Moore, his scoring average down a little bit this year, in part because of Book, but we'll see if Chris gets a little more active on the offensive end, still averaging just under 8 assists per game as Glenn throws it down with the right-hand jam. So 4 straight for the Primetime Players as they lead here by 2. Into the forecourt, it's Sullivan. Sullivan lost the dribble, got it back, bounce pass over to McLaurin on the left. 10:27 left to go. McLaurin swishes in the 3. Pretty shot for him. SC Upstate goes back up by 1 here. Chris Moore, as I mentioned, just under 8 assists per ball game, gets it to Bracey, goes right around the defense, and he is fouled. Lysander upset with himself that he wasn't able to complete the bucket, but goes to the line, 78% shooter. Primetime's, if we have one criticism so far this year, given up a lot of points, 114.7. I'm sure Chris Thomas, who looks casual with his khakis and his hands in his pockets there to the right of your screen, would say, yeah, he'd like to see that number lowered a little bit. But overall, the offense has been outstanding, 133.3 points per ball game. Without Booker today, it'll be interesting to see, like I said, who picks it up. Van Turner Jr. averaging just under 32 a game. So he's the second leading scorer on the team. And of course, I'm sure he'll have another big afternoon here for Primetime. Inside 10 to go here in the opening quarter as Sarrazine bounce passes it out of bounds. So Primetime Players will get the basketball back here. Primetime second home game of the year. They're back on the road next weekend. We'll set the schedule for you as Bracey is being aggressive here in the early going. He goes to the hoop to put Primetime back on top by 2. Blakely running the point for Upstate. McLaurin attacks, can't get the roll. Rebound controlled by Glenn. Ricardo Glenn, 14.3 rebounds per ball game on the season as he goes to the bucket, scores, and the foul. Ricardo Glenn has been a beast today and all season long for the primetime players. Will try to complete the old school three-point play. Let's run that back. Running the floor well, the big man with the big bucket here in the early going, and misses the free throw. So 9-5 in favor of the primetime players. We've got 9:19 to go here in the quarter. Long three off the mark. Guess who? Glenn with another rebound. Moore throws ahead to Bracey in the forecourt, attacks and scores. So Lysander Bracey likes what the defense has given him so far today. Into the forecourt, Sarrazine. McLaurin, top of the key. Sarrazine attacks. Can't get it to go. Good defense again on the inside from Glenn. Moore with the bounce pass. Bracey, Glenn, top of the key. And now this is Van Turner drawing contact on the three ball. So Turner will go to the line. Van Turner, what a season for him. 92% at the line. He's averaging 31.7 points per game. 54% shooting. He's 4 percentage points better from behind the arc. He's 58% from downtown. Swishes in that first free throw. So primetime on an 8-0 run after the teams kind of bounce back and forth. PTP trying to extend the lead out to 8 here. And in and out, rare miss at the free throw line. Sarrazine with the rebound, and here comes the Redhawks. Redhawks without a couple of players today, but overall pretty deep bench as we have a reach there on primetime. 8:29 to go here from Fort Mill, South Carolina. McLaurin guarded by Bracey. McLaurin steps left, fires the bucket, got it to go. Ends 8 straight for the primetime players. 5-point lead still for PTP. Underneath, it's Odell Turner. Turnaround bucket is good. So primetime doubling up the Redhawks now at 14-7. McLaurin with the hand in his face off the back iron. That time Odell Turner pulls down the rebound, averages 12.7 of his own, and Chris Moore for 3. We'll see if he had a foot on the line. I'm going to count it as a 3 for right now, and yeah, it is 17-7, so it was a three-pointer. 7:45 left to go, just underway here in the ball game, and South Carolina Upstate wants to talk about it, so we will take time as well. There's a look at the upcoming schedule. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. All the home games on demand here on YouTube. So it was 5-4 at one point. SC Upstate with that lead, and then primetime players 13-2 extended run here in the opening quarter to lead by 10. I don't see any subs. Jarris White still out there, and McLaurin. Primetime just 7 players today. Again, Trevor Booker is out with other commitments. Sarrazine, couple of fakes. Moore the rebound. Chris Moore the bounce pass to Turner. Top of the key, Glenn thought about it. Now Moore will set it up. Moore attacks, ball tipped out of bounds, and it's staying on this end of the court. Odell Turner with the inbound, and a little miscommunication as Moore got tripped up a bit. So Redhawks will get it back. Again, looking for their first win of the season, starting 0-3. PrimeTime trying to stay perfect, as they're accustomed to doing in the East Coast Basketball League. They occasionally will lose a regular season game, but not every year. Here's a steal by Moore. Turns on the Jets, the breakaway, and the bucket. So all PrimeTime right now, leading at 19-7. Chris Moore, the mainstay on the team, as White gets that bucket to go. Bracey attacks. Bracey too strong off the glass, and a late whistle. Did they call a goaltend there? No, it's just a two-shot foul. So Bracey back at the line, 78% on the season, averaging 13 points per ball game, product of Hampton. Got quite a few younger players for the PrimeTime players. Of course, you know about Christian Keeling after his brief stint at North Carolina. Previously, the College of Charleston. He's playing overseas right now in Glasgow for the British Basketball League. So I don't know if we'll see him this year. But one of many younger players brought in the last couple of years for Chris Thomas. Few of the mainstays, though, still around. Van Turner with the bounce pass, and we got a turnover. Something away from the ball, I believe. Could have been 3 in a key. I didn't see a foul called, but nearing the midway point. In fact, we are at the midway point of quarter number 1 with a hand in his face. Sullivan buckets. 36% shooter on the season. So, South Carolina Upstate starting to work themselves back in it here. PrimeTime led it 17-7, 7-3, little mini burst here. And it looks like we've got another timeout. So we'll step aside. First, let's run it back one more time and look at the steal and the veteran turning on the Jets, going to the hoop. PrimeTime looking good here in the early going. We'll be back. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you, as I will be for the rest of the year. That's the Upstate trying to make things interesting. Sullivan attacks, can't get it to go. The third or fourth rebound already for Glenn, stepping into a 3 and way off the mark, Van Turner, and the ball deflected on the Moore pass. McLaurin gets it over Sarrazine, jumper way off, and Glenn the rebound. PrimeTime leading by 6. They've led by as many as 10. Bracey for 3. Yes. How about the behind-the-back dime on that 3 ball? PrimeTime back up by 9. Going behind the back was McLaurin. Bucket no good. Glenn already racking up the rebounds. Chris Moore. Come on, man. That is pretty. Glenn, nice job running the floor. Spinning is Sullivan. Out of control. Loses it out of bounds. PrimeTime looking good. Let's look at another Chris Moore dime here. Just whoop and bucket. He is so much fun running this point. Now he's going to be aggressive, looking for his offense. Can't get it to go. Glenn got the rebound. Passes tipped. Good defense there by White for the Redhawks. Sullivan, deep three, in and out. Glenn tips it, but he'll get it back. 4:25 left to go. PrimeTime by 11. Looking for more. Odell Turner can't get the bounce. Those are some stiff-looking rims. At good old Bank Street, the paint job has only gotten worse in the few years since I've last seen old Bank Street. Man, you think a city would have more pride in. My God, look at this. I mean, a coat of paint is what? Glenn for three, got it to go. So the big man, Ricardo Glenn, stroking it. That's his first three-pointer of the season, according to my stats. Early prediction is that he'll have a double-double. 3:39 left to go here in quarter number one, and PrimeTime is stretching that lead back out. 8 straight points. No good by McLaurin. Turner. Bracey. Bracey just attacks and draws more contact. McLaurin can't believe it. Lysander Bracey, free throws number 5 and 6. Zarik Loler getting set to come into the game for PrimeTime. First free throw is good, so Loler comes in. Van Turner will come out. Sub for the Redhawks is Octavius Roebuck, the team's leading scorer, coming off the bench. 23.5 points per ball game. They need some offense right now, as PrimeTime's on another long run here. If you want to hang with the PrimeTime players, this is what you can't do. Anytime you're the underdog, you can't let a team go on runs like this. Easier said than done. Nicholson also in the game. Amari Nicholson, number 28. Roebuck, I believe, has been with the Redhawks for a while. His pass intercepted by Bracey. Bracey goes behind the back to Turner on the bounce pass. Bracey swings it to Lolar, who drives and scores. So Zarik Lolar, averaging just 3.5 points per ball game, but he'll get a little extra run today with Trevor Booker not active. 2:33 remaining, 32-14 PrimeTime. Boy, you blink and all of a sudden they're up by 18. Offensive rebound by Roebuck. Pass deflected out. Sullivan can't get the runner, and Redhawks touched it last. James Murray into the game. 14 a game off the bench for Murray. Home run ball. Lolar for 3 off the mark. Here come the Redhawks. Trying to make a rally here late in this quarter. Downs into the game. Ball swung to Nicholson. Throws it up. Nope. Glenn another rebound. We go inside 2 here in the opening quarter. PrimeTime looking good. Glenn for 3. Yes. Boy, Ricardo Glenn had not been looking for the 3-ball in the first 3 games of the year. He's got 2 3-pointers here in the quarter. He's on his way to a double-double. He might have it by the end of this quarter. That bucket is good for the Redhawks, but PrimeTime in control right now. Odell Turner, nice cut. by Bracey, who scores. Driving is Sullivan. Can't get it. Glenn the board. Moore. Hezzy and goes and scores. Chris Moore. That's what he can do. 47% shooter. And I believe we're going to have a foul on PrimeTime with 59.7 to go here in quarter number 1. So first foul in the last 2 minutes. Nicholson will inbound it for the Redhawks. 2 of the next 3 games on the road for the PrimeTime players. And then, let's see, how many... no, there's a lot. Is there more road games this year, or does it seem that way to me? I'm looking at the schedule here. Throwing it up, Roebuck can't get it to go. Murray, rebound, brings it up. Murray, defender stayed on him, got it out. Lowler gets a screen. Here's Turner. It's Odell Turner. And he's going to get 2 free throws. Odell Turner, 65% at the line, 16 points a game, 12.7 rebounds. You got 3 PrimeTime players averaging double-doubles. Of course, Trevor Booker, 32 and 20. The 8-year NBA vet is running them out of the building so far here in the early going. But Odell Turner, 14 and 12 on the year. And Ricardo Glenn, 12 and 14 on the year. Nicholson is fouled. So blocking foul. And I guess no free throws. That was the second inside 2 minutes, but Downs, Sarrazine, double dribbled. So PrimeTime will have the last shot of quarter number 1. Redhawks able to hang with the PrimeTime players earlier, but since they led 5-4, 36-11 has been the run. Odell Turner for 3 off the mark. Roebuck with 1/10 of a second. PrimeTime bails him out. How is that not free throws? Well, I don't know, but the quarter comes to a close. So good opening 12 for the PrimeTime players. They lead at 40-16. More PTP coming at you here in just a little bit. Quarter number 2 underway, 40-16. Primetime players looking good. Let's set the 5 for you. It's Murray, Van Turner, Lowler, Glenn, and Moore. That's the 5 for the primetime players. Underneath Roebuck, it's deflected. Last touch by primetime. So Roebuck, Downs, White, Rice, and I'm missing somebody. Nicholson, I believe. Over on that far side, that bucket is good. 40-18. Van Turner steps into one. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Roebuck. Throw ahead goes to Sarazine on the run out. Back-to-back buckets to start the quarter. Not getting back on defense, though, and Lolar takes it right to the hoop. Downs, hop step to the bucket. 3 off the back iron. White tried for the rebound, but Primetime comes up with it. These two teams meeting for the second time already on the young season. Van Turner buries the triple. Van Turner, 58% three-point shooter so far. The stats are young because the season is young, but man, has he been red hot from downtown. Nicholson got fouled, so he'll go to the line. 10-37, that janky scoreboard with the 1 not active. Man, Bank Street is something else. I had forgotten what this place was like until I sat down and started calling this game. It's been... The last ECBL game I think I did was 2018, maybe 2017. It's been, either way, it's been 3 or 4 years. You can't get the light bulbs fixed yet. Got it. Oh, forgive me. Minor league basketball, ladies and gentlemen. The funny thing is the primetime players are so much bigger in terms of respectability than what this place gives them. Lolar, corner 3, got it to go. Budgets are budgets, though. And when you're a semi-pro team, you got to look at the dollars and cents, and it's a lot cheaper to play here than somewhere else. Primetime's tried to play a couple other places, but, you know, cost and all that got to factor in. But still, come on, Fort Mill. We can do better. We can do better than this. Fort Mill, I know some of you are out there. Call me up. I'll come paint. I'll come help. Call up Trevor Brooker. He's got the NBA money. Roebuck with the face up got it to go. I think Book can afford some paint. No defense there. Van Turner right to the hoop. That's been the Redhawks' problem. They have gone napping on defense at times. McLaurin fires it up, in and out. Glenn, yet another rebound. If he doesn't have a double-double already, he's going to get there. Just 7 players today for primetime. There's Ricardo Glenn. Good ball movement there by PTP. 52-24. 9:20 remaining here in this opening half. 3 off the mark by White, I believe. Tip for the rebound. Murray throws it full court. Moore to the cutter Lolar. Oh, extra pass to Glenn, who cuts. And primetime goes up by 30. And it's the ball movement here in this second quarter. The unselfish play. And this is championship basketball, folks. McLaurin off the mark. Glenn the rebound. Murray pull up 3 off the iron, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Redhawks, they say. Let's look at some of this passing here. Lowler gathers. Glenn, easy bucket. When you play unselfish, the game is just so easy. 26.3 assists per ball game for primetime. Number 3 is Jordan Paris for the Redhawks coming into the ball game. Sarrazine back out there. Moore scoops it up and in, and PrimeTime is starting to make it comfortable. Roebuck. 8:19 to go. Roebuck came off the bench today, team's leading scorer. Paris opened 3, no. Roebuck follows it. Like to see him be more aggressive. Murray, has he? Man, how about that move? James Murray making the defense look silly. 46% shooter. He's going to be 100% on buckets like that every time. Now Moore with the steal. Throws it ahead for Murray. Extra pass out. Might have forced that one as Turner saved it, but then it's deflected. And we got a breakaway 3-on-1. Alley-oop to Roebuck for the bucket. 7:30 remaining here in the half. Murray into the forecourt. Bracey and Odell Turner set to check back in. Glenn and Moore have played, I believe, every minute so far as Lowler swishes it in. McLaurin. He has not been shy and gets that one to go. Nice looking contested bucket. Chuck McLaurin, 32% three-point shooter, 17.5 points per ball game, and 6 assists, product of Central Michigan. Murray for 3, answers right back. James Murray, 42% from downtown this year. Moore almost had that one. 3 by Paris is an air ball. 6:35 to go, nearing the midway point of quarter number 2. Here's Moore, always looking. Lowler fading away, can't get it. And we're going to get an over-to-back call on Glenn. Odell Turner checking back in. Yeah, so Glenn and Moore, who have played every minute so far, are going to go to the bench. So Van Turner, Odell Turner, Bracey, Lowler, and Murray, I believe is right. McLaurin steps into another one. They keep leaving him open. Why not? Right at the midway point here in quarter number 2. Van Turner. It's a 3-point barrage for the PrimeTime players here in quarter number 2. Van Turner, you cannot give him any space. 58% from 3. You got to know that, and you got to get right up on him. Roebuck. Screen and roll. Sarrazine with the easy bucket. This is how good PrimeTime is. You know, SC Upstate, not playing a bad game, but PrimeTime is up 30. McLaurin. Underneath, couple of pump fakes. Sarrazine blocked but fouled. Check out some of the 3-point barrage here in quarter number 2 for your PrimeTime players. Step in the one, big man. Bucket. All PrimeTime. We've got a timeout, and we will step aside. Free throws to come. Oops, we're running it back again, I guess. There's the three-pointer. It's been a three-point barrage here today for the primetime players. That's the Upstate at the free throw line. Sarrazine missing that first one. 5:24 left to go here until halftime. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from picturesque Bank Street Gym. They're going to fire me just from roasting this gym all afternoon. It deserves it, though. Offensive rebound on a missed free throw. Roebuck is fouled. Inbound goes to Blakely. Roebuck, Paris, back to him. Roebuck looking underneath. Nice dime, nice pass. Sarrazine with the bucket. Murray into the forecourt. Lawler, what a pass. That was a beautiful pass to Odell Turner. Primetime's been hanging around that 30-point mark for most of this second quarter. SC Upstate hung around a little bit early on in the first, but Primetime able to push the lead out. Roebuck with another bucket, being aggressive. Good to see that from him. Lawler driving. He's fouled, blocked by Sarrazine, but got a piece of the body. Chris Moore back into the game. Pull up. Too strong. Turner the rebound. Odell swings it up. Nope. Roebuck the board for the Red Hawks. Roebuck's been playing a few years, I believe, for SC Upstate. I remember that's a familiar name as McLaurin attacks. Nice job by him. So McLaurin and Roebuck have been the two bright spots here in an otherwise forgettable quarter. Murray, too good. James Murray. JUCO player, Sandhills, a national powerhouse in Division III. I call a lot of JUCO basketball in the state of North Carolina, and Sandhills is up there with the best of the best. Murray, too strong, rebound by Blakely. Throws it ahead, it's intercepted by Bracey. Ball deflected, and now Paris with the steal. And turn on the music, TNT guys. We're going, man. 3:17 left to go. It's going to stay on this end of the court as the Redhawks make some more subs. Sullivan back out there. Sullivan, Sarrazine, McLaurin, Bracey, and there's always that guy hanging out in the corner. I believe it's Blakely. Roebuck for three. Grazes the rim, that's it. Here comes Primetime. Van Turner goes behind the back. Draws the contact. Bucket is good, and the foul. Did they call that offensive? Okay, never mind. It's offensive. I think that's the right call, too. But I don't know. I'd have to run that back. It looks like one official made one call. Inside 3 to go here until halftime. Now, because we're on demand, the halftime is going to be real condensed, so don't go anywhere because we're going to get right into the second half. Fast forward through time, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let me turn into Bill Walton here. Bracey can't get it to go, but he's going back to the line. He's done a nice job drawing contact today, trying to get to that free throw line. This is free throws, I believe, number 9 and 10. 71-44. Real good second quarter for the primetime players. Playing unselfish basketball, team basketball. .228 left to go. That three is off the mark. Primetime is wasting no time getting it up the court. Chris Moore, yes, in the foul. Let's see if we can look at this one more time. I want to see this quick trigger by Moore here as he goes to the line for a three-point opportunity. There's the home run ball, and then just drawing that contact, anticipating. Moore, free throw no good. That's his first free throw miss of the season. He's normally around that 90% mark. Chris Moore, 2,252 career points and 75. That's just the regular season in the ECBL. Averaging 30 a game for his career, 53% shooting, 49% from three, and 9.4 assists, including that one to Mr. James Murray. 76-44, minute 50 to go. McLaurin gets the friendly bounce. Chris Moore from Charleston Southern, graduated in 2008. That Charleston Southern line is a long one. They had, I believe, kind of a rough year this year. Their head coach is moving up to Boston College. Longtime coach and a really good one. That's a good steal by Boston College. Makes me happy, too, because I was worried they were going to go out and get my Dennis Gates from Cleveland State, one of my alma maters. I was real worried. His wife works for Boston College, so I just assumed it was a done deal. And then they got the Charleston Southern coach, and I said, oh, thank God. We got to hang on to Coach Gates at Cleveland State. Second year of a rebuild, we went dancing. We didn't do so hot when we did go dancing, but, man, the job he's done. No defense there on Odell Turner. That is way too easy. Primetime with 83 on the board. And we're still at 42 seconds to go in the half. Terrible defense. There's a lot of things. I mean, you can get back on defense. See, that's a nice defensive play there by Roebuck. There's no reason why that can't happen every time. Then they turn it right back over. So Roebuck looking for a whistle, I believe, but he'll take it to the hoop uncontested. So both teams napping a little bit on defense. Both teams ready for a break maybe. Primetime, just 7 active players. Chris Moore behind the back. Scoops it up and in. There's not much you could do about that. But showing the effort is the most important thing. Here's McLaurin at the buzzer. Got it to go. Halftime in Fort Mill, and the primetime players all over the Redhawks. 87-52. Again, folks, it's going to be a real quick halftime, so we're going to take a quick break here and come back with the second half in just a moment. I told you. Fast forwarding through time. Quarter number 3 is underway. Primetime by 35. Outstanding first half for the shorthanded primetime players. Van Turner off on that 3 to start things off here in quarter number 3. Blakely gets it back on the give and go. Nice offense there to start the quarter and start the half for SC Upstate. Primetime players 3-0, 1-0 here at home. Redhawks looking for their first win of the year. Not likely to come today as they're 0-3 heading into play today. Odell Turner couldn't get it to go. Tried to tip it up. McLaurin. Sullivan back to him, top of the key. McLaurin steps to the elbow. Bucket is short. Van Turner the rebound. Bounce past Odell Turner. Yes, and the foul. 11:03 to go here in this third quarter, second half underway. Odell Turner at the line, 65% free throw shooter. Completes the old school three-point play. PrimeTime's already got 90 on the board. Their offense has been on point. Here's Sullivan. Way off. Roebuck the rebound. Cutter Sullivan out to Blakely for three. Nope. More the board. Odell Turner underneath. Ricardo Glenn stripped. And they're trying to sell it. As Glenn touched it last, but I don't think so. Did they call a foul here? Well, they called a foul on the Redhawks, it looks like. So Ricardo Glenn going to the free throw line. Glenn, 12 points, 14 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists. In fact, everybody who sees active minutes averages at least 2 assists per game for the PrimeTime players. That is a requirement if you want to be on this team. PrimeTime's coming off a 112-99 win against Gastonia, who gave them a good game last Saturday. PrimeTime was plus 16 on the glass and had 17 offensive rebounds, but had 20 turnovers in that game. So PrimeTime looking a little more locked in, despite being shorthanded today. No Trevor Booker, no Trey Suttles. They're also without Quay Kimball. How about that reverse Ricardo Glenn? So a few players out today for PrimeTime. Of course, some players overseas as well. Sean Barnett, we'll see him probably in the basketball tournament as McLaurin hangs in the air to score. Bracey's been attacking here this afternoon. Three-point shooting has been on point. Ricardo Glenn's been pulling down the boards. He's got a double-double already. Odell Turner short on the three, 9:30 to go. Just underway here in this second half. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Be with you all season long. Might be able to be there in person for the playoffs. We'll see. Chris Moore in the lane. Pull-up is good. PrimeTime's 5 away from triple digits. We've got 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Their season high is 153. Well, no, that was in a preseason game. We don't count that. The season high is 143. The last time these two teams met, PrimeTime hung 141 points. Van Turner triples. And it's safe to say PrimeTime's going to get past the season high today. Van Turner has been so good from behind the arc to start this season. I mentioned it in the first half. 58% from three. Moore another rebound. Triple-double watch for Chris Moore. Van Turner for three, no good. Ricardo Glenn pulls down the rebound, but called for the offensive foul. 8:18 left to go here in this third quarter. Redhawks trying to find something offensively here. That ball was kicked out of bounds. Roebuck, turnaround shot, no good. Ricardo Glenn one of his many rebounds. Moore with one of his many assists to Odell Turner. And Primetime hits the century point as we go just past the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. Miscommunication there. And it'll stay with the Red Hawks. Roebuck into the forecourt, guarded by Van Turner. The big man attacks and scores. That's Roebuck. 40-point lead for Primetime. Bracey swings it up top. Odell Turner. Moore. Bounce pass back to Bracey for three. In and out. Rebound by Roebuck. Bracey 21% from three. Not really his game. More of a slasher, especially here this afternoon. Roebuck pass off the mark. Had to save it, but it's stolen away. And Odell Turner's got himself an easy two. Throwing it up, no good. McLaurin. Rough start to the quarter offensively. Bracey, defender up on him. Get it out to Moore. 6:45 to go here in this third quarter. Odell Turner has it poked away. Able to stay with it, though. Is that bucket going to go? No. Bracey is fouled. That's a third or fourth one of those he's missed, and he's upset with himself. It's a 42-point game, Lysander. It's okay. Knock the free throws down. He's been at the line quite a bit. Lysander Bracey. Free throws number 9 and 10 here this afternoon. Swishes in that first one. Lysander, as I mentioned, a product of Hampton University. Lysander played 34 games, 4.4 points, 5 starts in 2018-2019. He's been dancing, I believe. Hampton reached the NCAA tournament. And shout out to Walter Shaw at Brunswick Community College. One of my clients, Lysander Bracey, started his collegiate career at Brunswick under Walter Shaw. Walter Shaw just went over 400 wins. He's the leading NJCAA in our region, in this area, in terms of wins. He's got over 400 now in his career, and his big calling card is he gets guys into D1 schools better than I've ever seen anybody do it. Lysander Bracey, I'm sure, will speak his praises. Turn around, Van Turner, in and out. One of the rare misses for Van here this afternoon. That ball deflected. Chris Moore's got a steal. Moore scoops it up and in. I forgot Lysander Bracey started his career at Brunswick. I believe he's up there in the all-time scoring list at Brunswick as well. Good player for Hampton, as I mentioned. Face up by Roebuck is no good. Van Turner the rebound. Turner out to Bracey. Bracey, couple of fakes, can't get it to go. Glenn the rebound, yes. And he is talking smack, Ricardo Glenn. Correct score on your screen should be 108-60 as we go inside 5 to go here in the third quarter. Ricardo Glenn, a SC Upstate player. Another D1. So I bet he's got some friends who he's talking smack to on the Red Hawks team, as he spent his career in that area. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here, so we will step aside. We've got 4:47 to go here in quarter number 3. Primetime's got 108 on the board. There's a look at the upcoming schedule. Again, Primetime is on the road on the 27th, then back at home on the 3rd of April. Chris Sheeman here with you as we wind down quarter number 3. The Primetime Players leading by 48 points. Into the game, Nicholson comes up with the steal after an empty possession for the Redhawks. Roebuck is fouled, and he'll shoot free throws. Primetime 3-0. On their way to their second consecutive win here in the young season against the Redhawks. First free throw is up and good. Octavius Roebuck, 23.5 points per ball game. 75% free throw shooter, averaging 9 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2 steals. Good start to the season for him. The veteran for the Redhawks gets them both. Bracey. Pull up, in and out. Glenn tried for the rebound. He wants to be around that basketball he wants every rebound on that court. A little over aggressive that time, called for the foul. You'll take that though. That's the kind of hustle. You're good with that. So 2 of the next 3 are on the road for Primetime. On the 17th, they're home against Charlotte. 24th, they're home against Florence. Then back on the road to start May. So no real long home stretches. Bracey commits the offensive foul. The season wraps on the 23rd of May here at Bank Street against the Georgia Fire. Downs back into the game for the Redhawks, brings it into the forecourt. It's Downs, McLaurin, Roebuck, Nicholson. There's always one that I can't seem to... It looks like that's White out there as we have White. So that's a 5 right now for SC Upstate. Van Turner, Chris Moore, Glenn, Bracey, and Odell Turner are out there for Primetime. 3:30 remaining here in the third quarter. 110-62. Downs. Right to the bucket. Bad defense there. Downs went to Spartanburg Community College. A lot of JUCOs out there on the court here today. And JUCO basketball. Oh, man. Van Turner, the step back 3. Man, is he money. Van Turner, 62% field goals in 2 of the first 3 games. He is 16 of his last 26 from 3 in the last 2 coming into play today. Heat check there. Not that time, Van. But that's okay. You'll take the heat check. Those numbers are a little bit down here today, but you see the skill that he has as McLaurin buries the 3 for the Redhawks. Chuck McLaurin from Central Michigan and Flint, Michigan. Ricardo Glenn is all by his lonesome back there. The defense at times has napped for the Redhawks, and you just can't expect to stay with Primetime doing that. Ball deflected out to Nicholson, and Nicholson is fouled on a reach. Let's just check this out one more time. Whew, nasty. That is nasty stuff. My knees hurt just thinking about trying to guard Van Turner. He's going to get a breather as James Murray checks into the game. Zarik Lowler also back in. Amari Nicholson, who hadn't scored in 2 previous games for the Redhawks. Boy, you can see it's all smiles for the Primetime Players. 115-67. So Odell Turner pulls down the rebound. Neither free throw good. Murray attacks. Lawler back to him. 2:05 to go here in the third quarter, and Murray puts it up and in. The lead is 50. There's no Trevor Booker today. This is a short bench. The lead is 50. Chris Moore, another steal. Here's Lawler, lost it. Pushing it as Downs, then he turns it over. Odell Turner. Murray throws it left side. Ball swung back to Lawler, face up three. Spins around and out, 1:22 to go. Here come the Redhawks. Man, McLaurin has been a bright spot in an otherwise dark and cloudy day for SC Upstate. He buries another three. Odell Turner spinning in the lane and scoring. 119-70. McLaurin attacks, rejected. Odell Turner. So it's Turner, Bracey, Moore, Lawler, and Murray, the five right now for your primetime players as we wrap up the third quarter. Down, step back three. High arcing shot off the back iron. Odell with the rebound. Turner right to the bucket. Coast to coast, Odell having himself a quarter. This is a 51-point ball game. Triple by White. Primetime can hold for the last shot, but we'll see if they don't jack one here early. Murray does so. Now McLaurin. Surveys, splits the defense, the runner. Pretty move. Good offensive player, Chuck McLaurin, but it's all primetime here today, 121-75. You'd think that's the final score, but we got one more quarter coming at you. Come on back for the fourth quarter here in just a moment. PTP TV here on YouTube. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Start of the fourth quarter. The primetime players on their way to a 4-0 start and their second home win here in this 2020 season. Our first broadcast, we had a little technical difficulties, so y'all didn't have to sit and listen to me for the first home game. You're stuck with me the rest of the way, though, as we get set to start quarter number 4. It'll be the Redhawks basketball. McLaurin, who has had a great offensive game, brings it into the forecourt. Bracey, the deflection. I like this James Murray. He is a good addition. Nice bucket there to start the quarter. That three ball off the mark. Good defense by Moore. So Chris Moore out there with Lawler and Murray, also Odell Turner, and is Bracey also out there? Yeah, Bracey. 11-11 to go. Trust me on that. If you're looking at the scoreboard, you think I'm blind. I'm not. Moore for three. Swish. Chris Moore triple-double watch, as I mentioned in the third quarter. He's been dishing it out. He's been rebounding well. Nice attack there by Downs. Moore out to Murray. Triple is good. Prime time. I'm going to have to start going into the record book. Odell Turner, pulling down the rebound. Moore runs to catch the long pass. 10-17 left to go in the game. That ball is deflected out of bounds. Quick inbound, quick bucket. Odell Turner on the inside. 131-77. I want to check. It's going to be hard to do. The games last year, there really weren't a lot of them last year. I'm just looking to see when the last time. Primetime's highest scoring game last year was 137. Again, that's only 5 games. They scored 150 against Florence in 2019. Y'all bear with me here. They scored 173 back in 2018. That might be the high. 173 is the number to beat. Step back three, Downs off the back iron. You see, on ESPN, they got people feeding them all this stuff. I got to look it up while I'm calling the game. Heat check time for Murray, who triples in another one. How about the afternoon for Murray? 134-77. My goodness. All right, what did we say that high was? 173. All right, I'm gonna write this down. I'll just talk to myself here. Don't mind me, folks. So let's see. In 2017, they scored 156 in a game. That's the high there. 2016, nothing that high. So what I'm trying to y'all can figure out what I'm trying to do. You're smarter than that. So as of right now, the highest ever in an ECBL game for primetime is 173. I don't think they're going to get quite that high today. Call it a hunch. But I have a feeling they're on their way to their second highest total. They've got 134 on the board with 9 minutes left to go. It's a ridiculous offensive game. That three off the mark on that far side corner for Nicholson. Moore fakes the three. Between his legs to Murray. Oh, come on. Getting silly with it here in the fourth quarter. 137-79. Downs is rejected by James Murray. Yeah, we're taking a look at this again. We are taking a look at this one. Chris Moore. Fakes the three. Then between his legs, the triple is good. Foul call, back to live action. White's going to shoot some free throws for South Carolina Upstate. Team from Greenville, South Carolina. So White at the line for two. Rare free throws today for the Red Hawks. I say it was a three-pointer, I guess, so he's going to shoot 3. Got them all. Lead is 55 for the primetime players with 8:30 remaining. Chris Moore, bounce pass to Glenn, and it goes off his legs out of bounds. Passes it just a little too low. Downs into the forecourt. Pull up, free throw line extended, no good. Glenn another rebound. Double-double day for Ricardo Glenn. And Murray is owning the fourth quarter right now for primetime. Nearing 8 to play. Downs, Paris is back in there. Number 3 is Jordan Paris. Paris, Downs, Nicholson. I believe Roebuck's still out there for the Red Hawks right now. Murray to Chris Moore, who will bring it up. 11 current or former primetime players have played overseas at some point. And that number might be higher. That's just what I was able to find. Murray goes to the bucket. And look out. That's not a double dribble. That's not They're letting him go, I guess. That was a double dribble. But Chris Moore gets the corner 3 instead. Spinning is Roebuck. He scores. Up and down we go here in the fourth quarter. It's turned into late night at the rec center here in the fourth quarter. 7:05 left to go. Lawler for 3. So no Trevor Booker today. A few other players out for primetime. No problem today against SC Upstate. Disappointed personally because I was looking forward to seeing Book play. We're going to try to set up an interview with Trevor Booker too for PTP TV. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for the primetime players so you can stay up to date on all the games, interviews, and more. We're going to go right up through the basketball tournament in July. Blocking foul is called. We're past the midway point. We might be getting a timeout here. Nearing the midway point, of the fourth quarter. So not quite yet. More subs. Lamontrell Rice coming in for the Red Hawks. Glenn, nobody on him. That is about as poor of defense as you can play. And again, those are the little things. Wrap somebody up. Rice throws it underneath for White. Got it to go. Nice offense there for the Red Hawks. Now a steal. Rice in and out on the bucket. But pick the pocket and talking some smack with Chris Moore. I think good-natured. Lamontrell Rice from Monroe College. Glenn got popped. No whistle. Good defense, they say, by Roebuck. And then free throws to come on the other end as Rice will go to the line. So Rice into the game for the first time here this afternoon and coming in with some fresh legs. He'll go to the free throw line when we come back. Just past the midway point, 5:48 left to go in the final quarter. Prime time rolling. Once again, folks, don't forget, subscribe, do all those things. Follow the Primetime Players this year. First free throw up and good for Lamontrell Rice. Providing a nice spark on both sides of the ball for SC Upstate off the bench here late in this fourth quarter. Just past the midway point, not late in the game. Away from the ball, offensive foul called on Zarik Lohler. So 5:42 left to go. Primetime's going to go to 4-0 on the year. Sullivan, extra pass to Roebuck. Roebuck with 2 more to his total. As he came off the bench today, but he's had his usual good game. Over 20 points, over 50% shooting. Van Turner, a couple hesitations, and it's deflected out. Last touch by Primetime. McLaurin checking back in. Good offensive game for McLaurin. Over 30 points here this afternoon. Sullivan attacks. Sullivan's going to go to the line. Couple of really nice plays on the offensive end today. Primetime, they know how to put on a show. And they've done so here today. Primetime with a 13-point win against Gastonia on the road in their last game, but looking a little more fluid here today. Zarik Lohler off on the 3. Inside 5 minutes to go in the ballgame. McLaurin, heat check off the bench, can't find it, saved it to Roebuck, who scores. Primetime's record for most points in an East Coast Basketball League game is 173. They did that in 2018. So they'd have to get 26 in the last 440. Murray with the hand in his face off the back iron. Roebuck throws it ahead 2-on-1, but too strong. And it's going back to PTP. Moore steps left, triggers the triple and hits. So Primetime 23 points away from the record now. Away from tying it. McLaurin steps right. Good contested shot. Offensive rebound for the Red Hawks. Ball deflected out. And it's poked away by Murray. Throw ahead, Van Turner. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was going. It didn't. I really thought it was going. A premature call on that one. Glenn, another rebound. Double-double for Ricardo Glenn today. He's over 20 rebounds already. .342 left to go. Foul called. That's going to send Murray to the line. Murray first free throws of the day. No good on the first one. Betcha $10 million he makes this second. I can see into the future, ladies and gentlemen. And this free throw is going to be good. Watch. Made me sweat a little bit. 151-96, 3:40 to go here in the ball game. Sullivan back out there. Sullivan attacks, and they're going to count that. Yeah. You don't get that call in college, but that's continuation. They play roughly NBA rules in the East Coast Basketball League. There's a few variations here and there. Lysander Bracey checking into the game. Marquez Sullivan. Boy, they have him listed at 5'11". I don't know about that. He looks a little taller than 5'11" to me. He plays bigger than it. Could just be the camera angle, too. We're really close. Sullivan for 3 off the back iron. Glenn another rebound. Moore for 3. Yes, again. Chris Moore with back-to-back triples here in this third quarter. PrimeTime's 19 away from tying their record for most points in a ball game. McLaurin off the mark. Here's Glenn. Glenn right around the defense. They're 17 away now. Bucket in the foul by Roebuck, who flexes. I don't know if you can make that move when it's 156 to 101, but Octavius has had a good game, so I'm going to let it slide. 75% free throw shooter at the line trying to complete an old school three-point play. Can't do it. Glenn another rebound. Bracey step back 3 off the side iron. And Van Turner with the rebound, but they call him over the back. 2:32 remaining. Missed that corner pass there, but another turnover. Turnovers have been the story as well for the Red Hawks today. 25 in the game. More. Oh, my goodness. Is it Dame time? From the logo, let's just call it the logo. Chris Moore with another triple, his third of the game here in this quarter, his third of the quarter. Van Turner had it poked away. 159 on the board for PrimeTime with 155 to go in the game. They're going to let that one go. Roebuck with 2 more to his total. Get it back to Moore. I want to see a heat check. No, Glenn's going to pull up, in and out. Almost got it to go down. So with 139 left to go, PrimeTime is 14 shy of their all-time record. Doesn't look like that's going to happen today, as Moore throws it too high, and it's saved to Downs. Throws ahead to Roebuck, who's just doing his James Worthy impression, just getting out and running on these misses and turnovers. Turnaround bucket by Glenn is good. Boy, Glenn is jawing today. He is amped. Here's Downs for 3. Yes. 161 to 108. Again, Glenn turnaround face up, no. So PrimeTime won't get to their record most likely as McLaurin is fouled. But this might go down as the second best offensive game for the PrimeTime players in East Coast Basketball League play, at least. Of course, PrimeTime players play a whole lot of games in a whole lot of different organizations and leagues and tournaments. And first free throw short by McLaurin. One out of 2. Van Turner into the forecourt. 32 seconds, and we got another foul. It's 161 to 109. Let's let some of these ticky-tack things go. Turner, defender fell down, steps into a 3. You know it. I said Chris Moore on triple-double watch. Well, he's got a triple-double. 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 15 assists in the game. Double-double for Ricardo Glenn, 31 and 26. Double-double for Odell Turner, 26 and 15. So 3 players with double-doubles and Chris Moore with the triple-double. You can add somebody call a technical foul. They've been talking the whole game, and now you're going to call a technical foul? Oh, man. Chris Moore got called? Chris Moore, the nicest man in America, got teed up. Come on. Hey, ball don't lie, right? Downs connects. By the laws of Rasheed Wallace, that was a technical foul and a good call by the officials who just kind of need to let this run out. Like, come on. So Downs stays at the line here. Completes a 3-point play. The correct score on your screen is 164 to 113 as we close this one out. I believe PrimeTime's probably going to get one more shot up here. So Chris Moore, triple-double today. Ricardo Glenn off on the 3. Turner, the putback. SC Upstate's got 4 seconds left to go. They've been beating buzzers here today. Downs gets to bounce at the buzzer, but the Primetime Players roll today, winning 166 to 115, I believe, will be the correct score. So, folks, once again, Primetime, who improved to 4-0 with today's victory, will take on Coastal Elite on the 27th, and then home against Gastonia on the 3rd. That'll be our next broadcast. We cut it off a little too short there, so I'm going to wrap things up. Once again, your final 166-115. Primetime wins. We'll talk to you again on the 3rd. Take care.